The Apple Watch is great, but there are tons of watch straps not made by Apple. Let's check a couple out. Dave Taylor here, and I have my daughter's Apple Watch. Now, she has what Apple calls their sport band on it. And it's a pretty nice piece of silicone, and it certainly matches the watch color really well. But Apple makes very spendy watch bands, so people tend to just have one rather than having a couple that gives them the ability to change things up and have it match their mood or their fashion. So this one is $50 for this sport band. So I want to put that in context because the three we're looking at, all of them are significantly less expensive. And in fact, let's just jump right in. So this is the Silicone Oceanica Seafoam from BluShark, and all of these are from BluShark. I'll get back to that in a second. And this one, as you can see, is designed to be used in the water. It has the little holes in it so that it keeps your wrist dry. There's lots to like about it. The BluShark wants $24.95 for this watch band. Apple's version, you ready for this? Same, it looks identical, and it is $99 from Apple. So this is 25% of the price. But let's get there. So first thing I want to show you, in case you've never seen this before, is that it's really pretty easy to take the band off your watch. Let's jump in so you can see a close-up of me doing that. So here's our watch, and I'm going to flip it over. And now you can see there's these two little metal areas. And it turns out if you just push one and then slide, the band comes right off. And you do the same thing on the other side. And then when you're ready to put the band on, you don't even have to push it. Just slide it in. And did you hear that click? So it clicks into place. Super easy. That's it. So now I just have the watch itself, and it definitely needs a new watch band. So BluShark kindly sent me 3 different watch bands representing 2 different styles. So these are the Alpha 2 style, and these are made out of ballistic nylon, but they actually have a pretty soft feel to them. They feel very nice, and they of course have the quick release adapter, so they will go right on the watch, super easy. And they are, to some extent, two-tone. So the green one, this is the Convoy Green, and it has green with sort of a really dark blue stripe on both sides. The one I like much more is the Gulf Racing, and so this is light blue and orange, and you can see that it also has orange bands, so really fun. And so let's actually pull this apart and then put this on the watch. And honestly, the hardest part of this task is trying to decide if you want to have it where you have the strap on the top going into the buckle, so it goes sort of around your wrist like that, or whether you want to reverse the whole thing. Because you can obviously do it either way. One of the great things about how Apple has designed these watch bands is that it's, you know, super easy to work with. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide it in, and it locks in place. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's see. Try it the other orientation too. Ah, that's the way it's supposed to go. That makes more sense. So the trick here is that on one side there are 3 black dots, and on the other side, there are 2 black dots with a metal dot in the middle. The metal dot should be facing the back. So when I put it in with that orientation, it locks right in place, and it is a secure connection. And so this one will be the same. So I can put it on the same way. And so now you can see the watch with this very cool Gulf Racing strap, and I can put it on my wrist. And of course, the first time it's a little tricky because the band is a little stiff. And let's see, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking I usually do it with the other orientation. So we'll try the other orientation with the other bands. But this one, it's now on my wrist and it is secure. You can see the way the buckle mechanism works here. And It's a really nice looking band. I really think that it's very fun and sort of a very summery color scheme. And the band feels very secure. All of the hardware and the buckle and everything, all definitely solid. Now, let's do the same thing with the Convoy Green strap. That one. Again, we have the 3 black dots on one side and the 2 black dots with the silver in the middle on the other. And this time, let's orient the watch. So I'm going to have the watch this way, and I'm going to have the strap go down and around that way. So I'll put this piece on the bottom, and then this piece, and once you know which side is which, it's sure easy to work with. So now we have it with the Alpha 2 Convoy Green strap from BluShark. And this one I will just, again, wrap over my wrist, and this feels much more like what I'm used to in terms of, which is orientation of the strap. And I'll put it on and tuck it in. Let's see, we'll tuck it in with this one. And I'll be honest, my daughter's wrist is considerably smaller than my wrist, which is why I am not worried that this looks a little small on my wrist. But as you can see, it looks really nice. It's a really nice watch strap, and I think that it's very secure. I don't have any worries that my watch is going to fall off. Apple did a really good job with that mechanism, and of course all these other companies can utilize it, so the bands are very fixed and very solid, and it looks really good, and it's quite comfortable. So it's already pretty soft, and I think as I wear this more, these nylon bands will actually get softer, because that's kind of how that works. And so I'll take this one off, and then the other one that I'm really interested to check out is the one that's the competitor to Apple's $99 watch band. The Oceanica operates a little differently, so it's a little tricky to get this all worked out. So we're going to start with the top piece, and then again we want that silver dot down, so we'll put it on the top, and that's done. And then the bottom piece will again use that silver dot for orientation, and if I put it in correctly, then so we have the strap, and it's a very nice looking strap, and it's a little stretchy. But what we want to do now is we want to put it on my wrist, and then I'm going to flip my wrist upside down so you can see that this tab that sticks out, we're actually going to just use to push into a hole. So now we have the wrist correctly set, and it's on, and then you're wondering, well, what about this piece? And the answer is all you have to do is then slide it into one of the holes, and you're done, and that's it. So it's a very different experience, but it's designed to keep your wrist dry, and it's designed to have it be obviously so that your watch, which is already waterproof, it then has a waterproof strap that's not going to irritate your wrist when you get wet, and then it dries off. So to take it off, we'll have to reverse the process. And it's easy enough. It is a little tricky to figure that out the first time, but as you can see, it's a very nice looking strap. And I have to say that I really like BluShark. I think that their logo is fun, their packaging is fun, and of course their pricing is excellent because you can get the straps from Apple for your Apple Watch, but they're probably 2x to 4x more expensive than from competitors that have, in my opinion, just as good a product, but at a much lower price. Meaning that you could buy all 3 of these and have all of these different choices for the same price as just the watch band that Apple sells that is in this style with the different sort of waterproof tubes and stuff. So I'm a fan of having options, and BluShark is definitely giving me options, and that would give you options if you check them out. So we do need to talk price. Before we get there, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Click or tap on that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon for notifications. Give me a thumbs up if you found this of value, and I hope you did. All right, let's talk prices. So you remember, both of these are the BluShark Apple Watch Strap Alpha 2. This is the Gulf Racing, this is the Convoy Green, and they are $34 each. And then this strap, and this is the one that we have on the watch, this is the BluShark Silicone Oceanica Seafoam color, and it is, remarkably, $24.95. So this is the least expensive strap, and yet it might be the coolest. These are solid options. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Apple watch bands. I just want to say that. But get some choices. Look online, go to their website. It's all at BluSharkStraps.com, and you'll find that you can, for that same amount of money, get a lot more by going to someone other than Apple.